So my social media lately has been flooding me with super technical, scientific lifting techniques. I mean, which is fine, I guess. But the problem I saw with it is that if someone who's new to the gym was being fed this stuff, they would think that it's the only way to train, and it's not. And I wanted to kind of see if I could clarify some of it or make it really simple, so that way you're not wasting your time or spinning your wheels while you're lifting. Let me start off by saying that I don't mind science-based stuff. It's whatever. It's cool. I get that science is a huge factor into the chemistry that happens in our bodies when our bodies change and grow and adapt. And yeah, that's awesome. However, I don't think it's very beneficial for novices to focus super intensely on the science of things when they don't have the basics of things down. You know what I mean? So let's take, for instance, when you make a cake, right? So you make a cake, you get all the stuff, you mix up the batter, and then you bake the cake, then you decorate it for whatever purpose, and then shazam, you have a cake. You don't mix up the batter, dump in the decorations, spray the gel on top of it, and then hope it turns out to taste not like crap. Lifting is the same way. So when you start out, you want to start out with big compound multi-joint movements, and you do those for years. It's a little bit of accessory work added on the sides just to help those lifts get stronger. When you do that, you grow. You don't need super intense science stuff. And you will eventually need that science stuff later, like way later. I'm talking years. And this is even if you become a super advanced athlete. Like some of us are just cool with lifting heavy weights and being stronger than most people. And that's fine too. You don't have to tap into this super critical brain mode of your fatigue versus your stimulus versus your reps in reserve and your RPE and all these things mixed up together. You don't really need it. If you just want to be strong, you want to be healthy, don't stress it. Just lift heavy weights 3 or 4 times a week. It'll be all right. Now, then again, if you're going to compete at an Olympic level or an athletic level, or to compete at all, you will need some of these more technical terms to help you push through your training after years of training, right? You don't have to get lost in the sauce as soon as you start getting into the training realm. You know, last year I benched 310. Almost 315, very sad, but we were close. But 310, I got that last year. And what got me there was doing 3 sets of 5 on bench and then backing off and doing 5 sets of 10 on bench. And I did that for like 7 months, increasing my training maxes over time. And that got my bench up to over 300 pounds. And I'm not exactly in the prime age of athleticism right now, right? So, and that's what worked for me. And that is like crazy simple. It doesn't really get any more simple than that. I just don't want anyone to get lost in the fine print of a book before they even read the title, if you know what I mean. Lifting should be fun, it should be challenging, and it should make you feel like a badass some days, right? And I don't really think you can achieve that with a decline overhead bicep curl with a 5-pound dumbbell or, you know, whatever they're trying to feed you. And it's not to say that science doesn't have a routine in individuals' weightlifting routines, because it does, it has its place, and that's for sure. I just don't think it needs to be such a huge priority in everybody's lifting routine. But anyway, you should lift heavy, you should lift often, stay consistent, sleep and eat. Just keep doing this for a few years and you'll see the changes will come with or without the science. Just don't get lost in the literature and miss the forest for the trees, you know what I mean? But anyway, that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I just wanted to shoot this out there before anybody gets too confused. So I'll see you guys in the next one that I make.